All right, hello everyone. This is Daniel Higgins. Hello, hello. I know it's been a little minute. I wanted to share some great information with everyone, and I'm just going to be as transparent as I can, and I just want to communicate really what's in my heart as much as I can possibly communicate what's on my heart. And you know, I recently had to take my first ambulance ride. Of course, this was not something that I planned, and it happened very, very abruptly. Last week, I was, of course, prescribed some antibiotics just to kind of help. I was going through a severe, I guess, bronchitis, something like that. And I also prescribed some medicine that absolutely did not agree with my stomach. And I thought I could just shake it off. I'm a very active person. I'm always on the go. And I think I probably have a pretty high pain tolerance. So I just was going to sleep it off. And the next day, it just continued to persist. And I mean, I'm telling you, I had extreme pain in my abdomen, extreme pain in my stomach, to the point where, unfortunately, while I was at home, I just kind of keeled over on my chair, and then I ended up keeling over and being flat on my back. And I just could not move. I was trying my best to, get off the floor. I was trying my best to really slide over into my living room area. And, my body was definitely not cooperating because it was in extreme pain. I was just in extreme pain. And in that time of desperation, I was on my back and just calling out to my wife. All I could really manage to say was, something's not right. Something's not right. I need help. That's pretty much all I could say on the phone. I don't really know if I got anything else out of my mouth. And at that time, I just really surprised that I didn't pass out because of the extreme pain that I was in. So I'm thankful that my wife was able to come to my aid. I'm very thankful that the paramedics, rushed in and came to our home and came in and got my IV started and all that stuff, asking me questions. And I'm just laying on the floor, and it's very hard for me to breathe. It's very hard for me to move. My whole abdomen area was just aching so strongly, and I just could not really function in the way I wanted to. So they put me up on the gurney, and they went ahead and took me into the ambulance, my very first ambulance ride. And I'm just looking out at the window, looking out, and they're trying to kind of assess and figure out what's wrong. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in extreme pain, and I'm having a hard time probably being coherent. And I'm really still surprised that I was able to stay awake during all of this. And I really thought when I called my wife and she reached out and got the ambulance started, I didn't really expect to be awake when they arrived, or when she even arrived to aid me, because I was in so much pain. I thought I would just pretty much pass out. So I'm in the ER. And they're trying to, of course, figure out and assess what's going on. The medical staff, of course, did an amazing job, so thank God for that. But during that time, I was in extreme pain, so they continued to kind of give me some morphine. And for me, I kind of felt the morphine coming in through my IV, and it felt maybe like 5-6 minutes later to me that it just wore off, and I was in extreme pain again. So they were trying to figure out all that. And then they did an actual scan and were trying to tell me that there's possibility that I might have a disease called Crohn's disease or some other disease. And I was like, no, I'm not really going to receive that information. But I do understand that they were trying to assess things and try and figure out what was going on. And I mean, that morphine was just wearing off. It just kind of burned through my body, and I just continued to have a lot of pain. And they transferred me and moved me over to a room where they could kind of try and figure out and assess everything, because of course I was like in a hallway, groaning out in pain. And like I said, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but man, that really just took me on a different place. And And I'm telling you this for a specific reason. I just want to be transparent about what happened to me last week, and transparent about the need for passive income, the need for you to create something where you can continue to get paid whether you clock in or not. And that's a very, very important, very, very important point. So while I'm in the hospital room and in my hospital bed, I have the doctors coming in and out trying to figure out what's going on, and they're giving me great care. And one of the habits that I have is whenever I'm impressed with someone's customer service, or whenever I see someone is going out of their way to connect, or even if I see someone sharp, I always try and connect with them and put something in their hands, a business card or a CD. And it just so happened that I did have some CDs on me, or actually I had my wife go ahead and bring some of that for me, because I'm always thinking, even in the midst of that situation, I know that it's not about me, and I can affect or connect or bless other people by sharing great information. So I always seek to do that. So I had a very, very special CD that just was created by our amazing leader, Mr. Ty Best, where he was just talking about taking a seat at the table. So I had that CD with me, and when I received amazing care from different medical staff that was just assisting me with everything that was going on, I went ahead and gave them that CD, invited them out to our live event. We have a huge live event coming up in April 27th and 28th in Atlanta, Georgia, called the Let's Go Weekend. So I'm in my hospital bed, and I'm hearing information from different medical staff. They're attending to me. And even in the midst of extreme pain, discomfort, getting prepared to do a procedure to figure out what's going on with my body, you know, I wanted to connect with other people and give them information to help benefit them financially and help benefit their family, because it's not about me. You know, there's a very interesting quote from, or a stat from Mr. John Maxwell that says that we will influence, everyone on this planet will influence at least 10,000 people in their lifetime. And you have the ability to influence people in a positive way, and I want to make sure that I'm doing that. So another huge thing is, while I'm in the hospital bed, I'm relaxing, I'm kind of going in and out of cohesion, and then of course with them figuring out what medicines to give me, I kind of come back to my right state. And I'm in my hospital bed, and I'm posting on LinkedIn, I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting on Facebook, I'm sending out communications. And prior to me having to make this emergency visit to the ER, I already committed myself, right? I already committed myself to help one of our amazing leaders in Tennessee to help grow her business. So it was actually the night before I was supposed to do a procedure, and there were some things that I needed to do prior to the procedure so that they can continue the procedure and it be successful, so then they can kind of put a scope in me and kind of figure out what's going on with me. And I went ahead and took the time to do that live webinar for her team and for the team that's growing immensely in Tennessee, part of our wonderful Wealth Builders Worldwide family. And I was just happy to be able to do that. It was a challenge. It wasn't convenient, okay? I was in my hospital room. I grabbed my phone and got the webinar started. We were very productive in terms of the people that were there. We're able to impact those people's lives. And it's just very, very important that no matter what the situation is, it's not about me. It's not about that situation. I'm looking past that situation, and I'm looking to assist more people. Even in the midst of me being in a hospital room, you know, I'll continue to share this great information about Karatbars International, because my team's goals and dreams, they're now my goals and dreams, and they fuel me. Even in the midst of a lot of challenges, even in the midst of, you know, physical things coming against us, we can position ourselves to think about others and help others on their journey. And I know one huge thing that Zig Ziglar says is, you know, if you help enough people get what they want, it's just inadvertently. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to do that within our Wealth Builders Worldwide system and our Karatbar system. So if you're seeing this information and you're wondering why I'm being so transparent about my time in the hospitals, because during that time I can still actively work our business, our Karatbar's business, because as long as you have a smartphone and an internet connection, you can send out communications and you can connect with people all over the world and get them connected to a business that's going to benefit them financially. And as I love to mention, everything that I do benefits my team financially, and it helps them reach their personal goals and dreams. I have people on our team that want to retire early, that are looking to create financial freedom and complete debt freedom in their lives. And that motivates me and keeps me going in the midst of different challenges. And yes, I'm not saying that you have to do a webinar right before a hospital procedure or anything like that, but I'm dedicated to my team. I'm dedicated to help them grow their businesses all over the world. And it's just something that I enjoy doing. Yes, it was inconvenient. And as a leader, sometimes you do things that are inconvenient to help your team and help build them up and help position people to be successful in your organization. So I just wanted to share that with everyone today. I know a lot of people will catch this on a replay or on my YouTube and things like that. But get back with the person who's sharing this information with you. They actually have your best interest at heart. So I was in an ambulance, my first ambulance ride. It was very unplanned, but I definitely want you to feel me on this situation. Is I'm in an ambulance. I'm still able to share our business, our Karatbars Wealth Builders Worldwide business. I have a smartphone in my hand. I can still hand out information. I can still do things on my hospital bed. And I'm still in a situation where I'm operating on the B and the I side of the quadrant, the cash flow quadrant, business and investor. That's where you have passive income. That's where you have profits instead of wages. That's where you have wealth building as opposed to just a check by check or clocking in or clocking out situation where you're losing out on different things like leverage. Okay, you're tapping into a system. So I just want to encourage you to get back with the person who's sharing this information with you. If it's me, my contact information will be on this live post or on this YouTube. And of course, if you're watching this on the Periscope network, you can jump in and find me on YouTube. My handle is the same as my Periscope, is D Higgins 2830. I look forward to supporting your personal goals and dreams. Everything that we do in our Karatbars business benefits others financially in a positive way as they get positioned. And it's not about me. I'm here to assist and help grow organizations for our people all over the world. So thank you very much for your time, and we will talk with you soon.